Don't be afraid of looking uncool. So what I mean by this is sometimes in life I go about things in a way that I really care about what other people think about me. So I may not do certain things or act in certain ways because I think people are going to judge me, it's going to embarrass me, it's just going to make me look like a very uncool, sluggish person. And you may have had similar moments before. Like there's areas where, let's say on a train and everybody's just, on their phones, you purposely avoid having a conversation with a stranger because you don't want to look weird in front of everyone else. And there are these cases that happen throughout my life. And there was one time, actually, by one time I mean today, that I kind of paid for it. So today I was driving my mum to the shopping center and it was quite packed. There was cars everywhere. And I parked my car and we went shopping when we came back. And when we came back, there was even more cars. There were cars parked around us and it was very cramped space as well. And I was driving quite a big car. It's a Holden Commodore. It's very long. And when I got in the car, I realized that it was going to be quite a struggle to actually reverse out and go, just because the space wasn't that big. And this car wasn't advanced car with a sensor which beeps when it hits something in the back. And so basically I just had to judge the distance based on the mirrors, but more importantly just feel. And typically in these situations, I get my mum to actually step out and go outside to watch me from the outside and tell me when the car is approaching the sides. So basically she would act like a human sensor. And I was going to do it this time, but because there were so many people around, so many cars, and they're all waiting for me, I didn't want to appear uncool. I didn't want to hold up everyone, seem like an uncool person that I have to rely on this and just seem incompetent. And so I just risked it. And so I just looked at the mirrors, I went very slowly, back, and it looked right about clear. Until at the very end, you can probably guess it, I just heard a massive crunch. And I just had the back of my car ram into the number plate of the car behind me. So obviously it was parked, but it kind of disformed, it just I don't know what the right word is, but it just dented the number plate. So there was the frame fell off, it was kind of mushed. And yeah, when I heard that crunch, I was like, okay, well, I can't stop now. So I have to drive a bit, find a place to park, and then come back and just to check the damage and see if it's okay. But that took a lot of time, and that thing was on my mind all day. I was like, if I just got my mum to step out and just tell me to turn slightly earlier, I could have avoided all of that. And so in the end, I came back, I wrote my number on a piece of paper and I just put it on the windscreen. And they eventually called me. I was like, hey, so sorry, willing to pay, chip in, whatever. And they were like, no, it's fine. We can fix it ourselves. It's not that big. Didn't even notice. We had a back and forth, but yeah, that was super kind of them. But yeah, it really made me realize, and this is kind of the reason I want to share the story, is that obviously you don't want to rely on the kindness of the victims in this case, but more so to realize that sometimes you have to just do uncool things in public. Sometimes you may just have to, hold up other people in the line because you don't want to avoid greater damages that would have happened. And just not letting that peer pressure get to you, and just doing what's the most safest and best thing to do in every situation, even if that means appearing uncool or less competent in some cases. It's worth the trade-off. And yes, of course, you should try and actually improve in the skills so you avoid these embarrassing moments in the future. So whether that's learning how to reverse properly or whatever skill you're trying to learn. But at the same time, regardless of how much you improve, there are always going to be these embarrassing moments that come up. And don't be afraid to just confront them and just immerse yourself and just enjoy the moment. Because just 10 seconds later, maybe a few minutes later, everyone would have forgotten about it. No one cares that much about you. That's the good thing about this world. So with that being said, don't be afraid of looking uncool.